Welcome to Against the Spread right here for you on YouTube, brought to you by us here at Sportsnet. And sadly, this is going to be one of our last videos of this season, but we'll still have more NFL videos for you, so make sure you stay tuned to this channel. But let's break down this game, the Super Bowl, the last game. Pats are favored at -2.5. Do you like them?
I don't know how I can't, because I've gone against them in every game they've played in this postseason, and they've proven me horribly wrong. They've gone against everything that I thought I knew about the Patriots and the teams that they were facing. And so 2.5 seems like a no-brainer. I know that the Rams have, you know, they have that offense and they have Aaron Donald and Donnovan and Geoff, but really the way that the Patriots are playing and the ice in the veins of Tom Brady at this point in time, like, he's not playing all that great, but when it comes down to 3rd and 10, he's finding Edelman and Gronk, and I just don't know how to go against them at this point in time when it seems like they're rolling so well.
I'm going to go against them. And it's not just because I'm going to be writing a column for Sportsnet.ca about the reasons why the Rams will win. I'm going to actually try and convince you that I believe that, and you'll be writing a column for Sportsnet.ca on why the Pats will win, and clearly he does believe that. When this line was first opened, the Rams actually were -1, and people were pounding the Patriots, and thus they're now -2.5. I do think there is a bit of Tom Brady is the GOAT, the Pats are back once again, a little bit of that recency bias when, you mentioned it, not me, Brady, although playing heroic, hasn't been himself. And if D Ford's not offside, we're talking about Tom Brady throwing a pick to end the game, and the Chiefs are in this game. So,
but they're not.
But they're not. But the times when Brady has got to this game and he hasn't won, why? And this is actually the matchup that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Brady has struggled with interior pass rush. If you rush him on the edges, fine. He just wants to step up and throw anyways. But the Giants with their racehorse down linemen, both times when they beat them, your Philadelphia Eagles able to get interior pass rush. What do you know? The Rams with Sue playing finally like the guy who they thought they got, and Aaron Donald, the best pass rusher, best
defensive
run
player.
defender, best defensive player that we've seen the last 3, 4, 5 years. Finally, in the big stage in the playoffs, I think this Rams front four can really ruin the game, and that's why I think the Rams, if not win, certainly can cover. What is the matchup in the game that you are actually looking forward to because you think it's going to impact the outcome?
Well, I think that's it. I think you were just talking about it, and the reason why I've gone Patriots in that matchup over Aaron Donald, which betting against Aaron Donald seems silly, as I said out loud, but the Patriots' interior line has played out of this world so far in these playoffs. I've picked the Chargers to get after Brady. I've picked the Chiefs to get after Brady after having really good regular seasons. But Brady has been hit just twice.
Yeah, crazy.
Sacked 0 times.
Crazy.
So far. The interior of that line is playing amazing, not even mentioning the tackles who have played well also. And another key is the way in which Brady is getting the ball out of his hands. In both rounds that he's played so far, he's been the quickest from snap to throw. 2.3 seconds in the divisional round, and I think last week it was 2.5 seconds. Both the fastest, and that 2.3 number is the fastest in all of the playoffs so far. So the ball is coming out quickly, they're not conceding a lot of pressure, and from what I've seen so far, I don't know why that wouldn't continue in this game.
Yeah, and actually when you look at this game, I actually think this is going to be a ground game. You look at New England, you look at their 4 outstanding running backs with obviously Michelle and White catching it out of the backfield, Burkhead and then Devlin just destroying people, blocking. And then you've got the Rams with C.J. Anderson, who's off the scrap heap and rushing in the playoffs, and Gurley, who hasn't looked like himself. But I actually think the extra week helps him, and you get a rested running back. I think it's going to be a ground game. Thus, I think it's going to be a relatively low-scoring game. So in terms of over-unders, with that number being 57, I'm going under, even though these are prolific offenses with great play callers and great quarterbacks. Where are you going on that number? Over or under?
I do think the ground game will play a key role, and I do think we'll see a lot more Todd Gurley than we saw in the championship game. But 57, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest over-under in a Super Bowl yet, still weirdly seems low to me. So I am going to take it. I think a team hits 30. I think it is a close game, and that's why I'll take the Patriots 2.5, but I'm also going to take the over.
So only thing else to kind of decide is, well, who's going to be the MVP? And actually, you gave me this as an idea, and if I think the Rams are going to win, I think they get there through their defensive line, and I think if they win, I think Aaron Donald is their MVP. Who do you think the MVP of the game is going to be?
If the Patriots win, what are the chances that it's not Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I just don't see any situation unless he throws a couple picks, has an off day, and Sony Michel runs for a couple touchdowns, but I don't see Sony Michel being named MVP, so I'm going to go with Brady. If, as I am predicting, it's an over and they're winning by 2.5, I think Brady plays a key role and wins another Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I mean, who's voting on this, right? The media, right? And
right.
We want headlines, we want storylines, and the GOAT gets another MVP is a much better lead than, White catches 11 balls out of the backfield and he's the MVP.
Yeah.
So I agree. If the Pats win, I think there's no question it's Brady. There's no question this has been super fun. Thank you for hanging out with us throughout the year and allowing us to give you some picks. Please allow us to give you more football content. We've got so much on the site, both from this guy who's going to be writing, all the way throughout the game and then even afterwards with some analysis. Sportsnet.ca is your place for NFL coverage. Thanks for hanging out with us.